Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
you have studied civil engineering in IIT Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
How did you like Hyderabad? Is it a good city?
Sir, it's a wonderful city.
Would you like to settle down there?
Sir, currently I have no such plans, but in future, sir, we'll see.
What is the cost of land in Hyderabad?
Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the specific figures.
Now, Hyderabad is famous for biryani, it's famous for pearls, it is famous for the Char Minar. Can you tell me something about the Char Minar of Hyderabad? You must have been there.
Sir, Char Minar is located in the old city of the Hyderabad, and it was constructed by the Qutub Shahi dynasty rulers during a plague event which happened there. To get rid of the plague, he prayed. The emperor prayed to God for the eradication of plague. Then it was constructed.
And you also practice meditation, Vipassana meditation. Yes. What is the difference between normal meditation and Vipassana meditation?
Sir, Vipassana meditation is a specific type of meditation in which specifically the more focus is on the observation of one's breath, of one's senses, of one's sensation. But if we talk about meditation in general, then meditation in general has a role of improvement in the mindfulness and awareness level. And there are other meditations, for example, Kriya Yoga is there, for example, Ashtanga Yoga is there. So, meditation is a very broad term. Vipassana is a very specific.
Okay, so if you, let's say, join the civil service, would you make your office people practice Vipassana meditation?
Sir, that is a very interesting idea. In fact, a leader in the Myanmar from where who used to practice, actually he used to inculcate this Vipassana meditation in the office people, and it reduced the corruption level in the office to a significant low level. So, sir, definitely if I get a chance to do that, I would definitely motivate people to do that.
Persuade them.
I will persuade them.
Or you will compel them.
Sir, I will definitely persuade them. I will teach them the benefits of this practice.
Now, you opted for the Indian Revenue Service as your number 2 preference.
Yes, sir.
The Goods and Services Tax. Now, what was the objective behind introducing the Goods and Services Tax, and when was it introduced?
Sir, Goods and Services Tax is a destination-based tax which was primarily brought to make a uniform taxation throughout the country and to remove the cascading effect of the tax which used to happen earlier. Means earlier a person has to pay a lot more tax because of the cascading effect. So, to remove that. And sir, when it was introduced, sir, can I take a guess? Right now I am unable to recall. I think it was in 2016.
Why do you think you have to take a guess for that?
Sir, I thought it is 2017 or 2016. I was confused between that.
Still have doubts. Which came first, GST or demonetization?
Sir, I think first GST came first and then okay, sir, I'm sorry.
Demonetization came first. Demonetization came in 2016 and GST in 2017. Some states have complained that GST has resulted in reduction of their revenues, and as a result their budgetary deficits have gone up. For the initial 5 years, the government of India gave a kind of compensation, and now they have stopped giving compensation. Now what happens to the states now, because their budgetary deficits are going up and they are not able to manage the show? So how can we solve this problem?
Sir, this is certainly a challenge because it was assumed that after 5 years of giving them compensation, the revenue neutrality will come and states will come on board. But sir, it is not happening. So to solve that problems, certain things can be done. First, sir, there is increase in the number of cess and surcharge by the central government, which has decreased the revenue of the states. So sir, that can be reduced. So it will increase the amount given to the states. And sir, second thing that can be done is to increase the overall tax base in the India, which is less. So if we increase the tax base, if we include the informal sector and unorganized sector in the GST regime, so more revenue will be generated. So automatically states will be compensated and this problem can be solved. So that is the long-term solution.
To what extent are the states allowed to borrow Are you aware of that?
Yes.
What percentage of the GDP?
Sir, percentage of the GDP, sir. Sorry, sir.
To what extent are they allowed to borrow then? How do you measure that? How do you quantify that?
Sir, states are uh, allowed to borrow. If they have any outstanding loan, then they have to take the permission of central government to borrow. And sir, they also have to take certain reforms. If they are, for example, power sector reform, then 0.5% of the GDP, GSDP, state domestic production, they can additionally borrow. That is permitted.
What is the GSDP of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, GSDP of Uttar Pradesh, sir, it is, I know that it is around 9% of the national GDP. Sir, figure is around, sir, I'm not sure. Sir,
What is the national GDP?
sir national GDP is around more than 300,
What is 9%?
like two,
You're a civil engineer.
yes, sir.
Why is it? Your mind is not working.
Sorry,
What is 9% of 300?
sir, it is 27.
So it is 27
trillion rupees.
27 lakh crores.
Lakh crores, sir, yes.
So Abhishek, Eastern UP is not as developed as Western UP.
Yes.
What are the prime reasons?
Sir, Eastern UP is majorly agriculture dominated region, and in Western UP, a lot of industries, especially IT industry.
There are also very good fields and they are growing cauliflower. Everything is there. Sugarcane. Western UP. Eastern UP is in what it is lacking?
Sir, it is lacking in at multiple fronts. First, sir, the average land holding size is very less, and second, sir, the agricultural productivity is also less. Means the yield per hectare is low, and there is no proper utilization of the fertilizers, and also Kisan Credit Card scheme is there, but whenever a farmer avails that, he uses it for another purpose, for example, marriage purpose, and not in the agriculture. So there is a, after that, sir, there is a lack of infrastructure also, like lack of cold storage facilities. So these things contribute to the lack of development in the Eastern UP.
Very good. What is this composite material which you have written in your DEF?
Sir, composite materials are those materials in which two or more materials are mixed to enhance the property of the existing material. Sir, to give,
Is it not same as alloy?
sir, alloy, sir, it is in alloy specifically with respect to mixing of two metals. But sir, composite material can be other materials also. For example, sir, bulletproof glasses are there. So the glass is mixed with a special kind of fiber to make it bulletproof. So this enhances the property.
So glass is not a metal.
Sir, glass is not a metal, sir.
Anyway, so give example of something which we all understand about composite material. Give some example, illustration.
Some examples of the composite material, sir. Sir, जैसे very simple example is concrete
Concrete, very good.
in the buildings.
That we understand. So concrete is also a
Composite materials.
Any other?
Sir, then we have plywoods that are used in our homes. That is also, sir, composite material.
One of your hobby is counseling to the young person.
Yes, sir.
What is the point on which you counsel?
Sir, specifically as I have cleared IIT JEE exam, so many IIT aspirants come to me and they talk about their academic life also. They also about their anxieties that they are having. So, sir, I try to have a meaningful conversation with them and try to motivate them, try to counsel them in that way.
How do you think you are competent to counsel on mental health?
Sir, I am not a professional in the mental health, but sir, I have done 10-day Vipassana meditation course, and sir, along with that, the kind of person I talk to, they are of my age and also less to me. So, if I am not able to solve that problem, I connect to them to government services. For example, Kiran Healthline is there, Manodarpan Healthline is there. I also generate awareness about mental health so that they can come and talk about it.
So, if their anxiety level is brought down because you have enlightened them about certain matter, educational matter, do you think their mental health will improve by that?
Sir, it is not a one-time thing. If I tell them something, they have to practice it. It needs a constant practice to be in a good state. So, sir, once I talk to them, it is now up to them to carry it forward, sir.
Okay. You had taken anthropology as your subject.
Yes.
So, do you think that class mobility is still relevant?
Yes, sir. Class mobility is happening in the present time, and it has always happened that people from lower section of the society who with low income, yearly income, they are moving in the upper income bracket with the rise of opportunities and uh, growth levels, sir. So class mobility is definitely happening.
Okay. Thank you, Abhishek.
Abhishek, on the question regarding Charminar, you had said that during drought.
During plague, sir, plague event.
Okay. But what was the main purpose? How did Charminar help in that?
Sir, when a prayer was done, so what it does, it sends a collective message to the people living there, and it is a matter of faith. When he prayed,
Apart from faith, any other offshoot or side effect of getting it constructed?
sir, I think it is also for the tourism purpose and also to make that place popular.
Plague, I don't think anyone will think of tourism.
Yes, sir. But sir,
It provided employment. You are a civil engineer.
right, sir.
Coming to your civil engineering, what is the special feature of Ayodhya Ram Temple from civil engineering point?
Okay, sir. Sir, Ayodhya Ram Temple, from civil engineering point of view, as I can see, sir, there is no use of steel material in the building. Only the stone has been used so that it lasts for longer time. Sir, second thing, it has, sir, a raft foundation. So it is a very strong foundation, also earthquake resistant. So if such calamities hit tomorrow, so it will be safe. And so third is uh, it is not made from concrete, so carbon footprint is also low because natural stones and cutting the stones and then arranging them, that has been done.
Okay. You have done some training in disaster management at Tokyo.
Yes, sir.
How long were you there?
Sir, I was for 10 days.
Okay, short visit.
Yes, sir. From the college side, it was provided.
But did you notice any cultural and social differences between the two societies, between Japan and India?
Yes, sir. Certainly, I noticed some of things. First thing is, sir, cleanliness. They are very particular about the cleanliness, and their streets are like very clean, and they're so. But in India, we see that that is not the case. Although Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has made a lot of effort, but still we are lagging behind. Sir, second thing is that they are very disciplined about their work life, and if it is 9 o'clock, then they will reach there by 9 o'clock. But in India, like I was called here for at 12:30 for interview. Now time is 1:15. So see that lag is there. But in Japan, I would have been there at 12:30 and interview would have begun. Like that, sir. It is one of the difference.
Why didn't you apply the discipline here?
Sir, I was here at 12:30, but it started late.
Okay.
Like I was provided time at 12:30. Like sir, in Japan, if I would have been provided 12:30, it would have started. I was there, sir. But sir, it could not happen. So this is one of the difference also.
Any other?
Other things are one thing also, they are very non-vegetarian society.
Very non-vegetarian.
Like almost everybody eats fish like this. That is their staple. But in India, sir, lot of vegetarian people are there. But in Japan, it was hard to find a Japanese person who is a vegetarian.
You are from Jodhpur.
Yes, sir.
What is most famous about Jodhpur?
Sir, I can remember two things, sir. First, Imirti is very famous in the Jodhpur. It is world famous. It is a kind of sweet dish. And the second thing which is famous is its sex ratio is highest in the whole, in all districts in Uttar Pradesh. It is 1024 females per 1000 males, which is the highest in the Uttar Pradesh. So these two things I can recall.
And what was the role during India's freedom struggle?
Sir, specifically, I'm not able to recall what was the.
I have heard that it is famous for its radish also.
Sir, I'm not aware, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm not aware, sir.
Okay, please check it.
Yes.
Should pension be exempted from income tax?
Sir, I don't think that pension should be exempted from income tax.
Why it is not fresh generated income?
Sir,
It is only contributory, which has already been paid for earlier.
sir, I think sir, pension should also become part of the income tax because it is a product of income only. Like earlier, a person has served, he has got the income, and then if he is using that money for his well-being, still he is using the government facilities, still he is using the roads, so he has to pay tax. Means being a citizen.
Okay. Some people say that income tax should be abolished for everyone. There should be expenditure tax. Why tax anyone's income? Let the income increase. But depending on the expenditure done by an individual, taxation should be there. What are your views?
Sir, when it comes to expenditure, then if we expend some money on any product, then already we are paying indirect taxes, and that is covered in the indirect taxes. But direct taxes is the direct income that we are getting. And sir, I think we should not abolish the income tax because income tax is an important source of revenue, and for development of the country, it is needed, sir.
Or is it because you have given second choice?
Means, sir, it is my independent opinion, sir. That.
Okay. But why have you opted for police so low?
Sir, both IPS and IRS, they both are very good job, wonderful job, sir. But sir, as I am an engineer, so I am more attracted towards the numbers, and I want to work with revenue service to increase the tax base of our country and also make India Viksit Bharat by 2047.
Okay. My final question to you. As a civil engineer, if you are given responsibility of carrying out linking of rivers in our country, from where would you start? In what circulation?
So there are various drought-prone areas in our country. For example, one is Bundelkhand region, which is already being taken care by Ken-Betwa link project. Another is Vidarbha region. So, sir, another is Rayalaseema region in the south. So, sir, I would like to approach it in this way that wherever the surplus, a river which is perennial or lot of water and surplus, to connect it with the rivers which are deficient in water and pass it through the area which is drought prone. And sir, in that process, I would definitely ensure that environmental impact assessment is done and less loss to biodiversity in the property is done.
Okay. Thank you.
For the examinations like the IIT JEE and civil services, there's a lot of coaching which goes on nowadays. I think that disrupts what is called as a level playing field. So do you think coaching should be permitted or should it be banned?
Sir, for such a tough competitive examination, our schools are insufficient. Their content, whatever they are teaching, it is not sufficient to clear exams like IIT, JEE and UPSC. So, sir, for that, these coaching institutes provide specialized guidance, and that is important. And when it comes to, sir, level playing field, I think, sir, at present time also there are many online courses launched at very minimal cost, and even YouTube is a very favorite source where free education, almost free education for every topic is available. So, sir, I think we are having level playing field, and ultimately it is the hard work, dedication, and also whenever, sir, there is a problem of level playing field, reservation is also provided by government. So those who are having poor background, those who are socially,
No, but they also go for coaching.
sir, they also go for coaching. Then, sir, it is like they also need it as like others need it, like people.
So whoever has money gets in and whoever doesn't have money doesn't get in.
Sir,
So it's not a level playing field.
Sir, there are other avenues where free education is also provided. So like YouTube I mentioned. So, sir, that is making the field level.
And which constitutional provision would prevent you from banning it?
Sir, it's a free market economy in which it is like a business and it is allowed to flourish as it wants. And sir, regarding constitutional provisions, sir, yes, sir, it is freedom of like it is freedom of business, doing any business. It is in Article 19, in which freedom of any enterprise that anyone wants to do. So that would be
Freedom of occupation.
occupation. Sorry, sir, I was missing the word.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So we come to the end of the interview.
Okay, sir.
To be very frank, if I was not interviewing you for the civil services, I would have really enjoyed it. You know, it was such a great conversation. It was lovely interacting with you. It was entertainment all the way. It was very nice. But let me tell you, I think you need to modify your position, modify your stand, and also modify the way you present things if you have to be successful at the interview. Because there is a little bit of balance that is lacking in the way you present your position, and also it's a little too fast. So these two things, I would say, are major issues. If there is no balance in the way you present your answer, you definitely lose marks. Knowledge is not so much of a problem. You are quite knowledgeable in on most points, maybe a few here and there, but otherwise you are quite knowledgeable. A little fast. I don't think you are nervous. You are quite confident. Sometimes you tend to take the board for granted. You become very familiar with the board. That's not a good thing. Try to maintain your distance because you are being interviewed. So you will have to understand that position. For 30 minutes you are mentally alert, but you must also understand that you are being interviewed and we are not being interviewed. We are the ones who are interviewing you. So finally what is being assessed is the suitability for the job, not the fact whether I would like to be friendly with you after the interview or not.
Right.
This is not a family relationship. Understand? उसमें थोड़ा सा you must understand वो फर्क जानने की ज़रूरत है. ठीक है? I come to
जी. Exactly same thing, so no need to repeat. I would suggest that don't interject. If member is speaking, then keep quiet. Let the person complete it. Give a respectable half a second gap also, so as to concentrate your thoughts, what reply should be given. Then it will make a meaningful conversation. Otherwise, if you interject and speak, it doesn't look nice also. Plus, you have chances that you will not be able to understand the member. And sometimes you will get a contrary thing. So that's not good, okay? Don't interject. Thank you.
Abhishek, when is your interview?
Sir, it is 16th April.
So, lot of time. Okay. You pay attention to whatever advice has been given. I would just like to add that because you have time, and obviously, we all of us have some knowledge gaps. So, if you can minimize your gaps in this intervening period, it would help you in the main interview. For that, you can prepare a question bank. Against each question, jot down 2-3 points, bullet points in order of importance or priority, so that you don't have to think over and fumble. Be brief in your answers. Okay? Listen to the question carefully. Take a pause. Frame your answer in your mind. Come out with a brief answer. Okay? All the best.
give an example. You're talking about Japan, and then you said suddenly I was called at 12:30 and they sent me in at 1. Why is it said?
Sir, like this, I have to compare the society. Sir said to compare the society. I thought that it is little bit, I should not have said that, but
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is you should not make any references in a critical fashion, and that too to the board and to the UPSC because you are being interviewed. I'm just cautioning.
right, sir.
I'm just mentioning. Even though you have to compare. Let's say they say compare the recruitment procedures in India with that of Japan or something. I don't know. They might. In which case, you should not speak in a derogatory fashion about the Indian system. That too when it concerns them.
Sorry, sir.
कैसे marks कैसे मिलेंगे?
Actually, sir, I was just trying to make a comfortable conversation. I thought.
वही तो मैं बोल रहा था familiar बनने के.
बट वो ज़्यादा हो गया सर, उतना नहीं जाना, सॉरी।
हैदराबाद वो आपका बताइए। नहीं, हैदराबाद ठीक है, यू आर एबल टू आंसर ऑन हैदराबाद एंड ऑल, ठीक है। बट मेडिटेशन भी थोड़ा सा आप थिंक अबाउट इट, विपासना मेडिटेशन, एंड यू सेड इट हेल्प्स इन बिकमिंग लेस करप्ट। वो करप्शन एंगल आ गया कहीं तो, वेल दैट मीन्स करप्शन इज देयर टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट इन इंडिया, एंड विपासना meditation will solve the problem.
It will try to help.
How? That then you must establish a correlation. You can't say somebody said it, somebody did it, because I don't believe in it. Let's say, okay, I'm the interviewer. Then you must tell me how vipassana meditation has some connection with corruption.
Okay, sir.
What can be the connection?
Like, sir, I can explain if they ask counter question.
You should be able to explain. I'm just telling you what can happen. Because see, it's like, people who just like to question you. Now, coaching, you are contradicting. Then you said no, it's required. Why should it be required? Then level playing field is not there. You are a vipassana meditation person, expert. You should say everybody should have a level playing field. Standard की क्या बात है इसमें? I'm just asking you. I mean, this is a discussion. It's not.
मतलब सर,
You are saying standard is high and the schools don't come up to it. Then lower the standard of the exam, or you raise the standard of schools.
The right answer would be raise the standard of the formal education so that coaching support is not required.
ये कम से कम रेगुलेट तो करना चाहिए ना. Government should at least regulate. That's what happened. Why in Delhi? That's why some people died last year. Are you aware of that?
Yes,
So it wouldn't have happened if they had regulated.
And secondly, you can add that certain weaker sections are being provided government free coaching also. That system is also parallel.
right, sir.
So you should mention.
Okay, sir. मतलब कि मुझे fundamental problem is that schools should be raised. We should raise the standard so that
also one thing.
the one thing. And sir, freedom of occupation is the job of coaching industry. They can do whatever they want.
Correct. It's allowed under the constitution, but regulation can always be done.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. That should be.
Always regulated. So better regulation should be done, isn't it? Then what kind of regulation? You think about it. Maybe you can come up with one or two measures immediately.
Right, sir.
So I would say it was a good interview, but just ये आप याद रखिएगा. ठीक है? Anything else you want to ask?
Yes, sir. Sir, many times it is said that like many places I got this feedback that it is not an interview, it is just a conversation. And sir, the prime reason why I said that in timing wala thing, I was not in the mood of giving interview. I was thinking that it's just a conversation. Let's go with the flow. Like that I was going, sir.
No, it is fine.
It is purposive conversation.
Not informal, it's a formal conversation.
People tell you different things for different reasons. ठीक है? They tell you for different reasons. Sometimes candidates become very nervous. So that's why sometimes at the board, the interviewing board, the mock interviews, they tell them, no, it's only a conversation. Don't become so nervous. But at the same time, it's not a family interaction also. So where you can just have a conversation. The seriousness has to be there. Yeah, I don't know you, you don't know me. And the boss-subordinate relationship will always remain. Okay, even after you join service. So you cannot become very familiar with your boss.
Yes,
Because familiarity breeds contempt.
yes, sir. Anthropological perspectives.
So that is the reason. So it is not just a conversation, it is also a conversation. There's a difference. Yeah, okay. थोड़ा याद रखिएगा. Thank you.
May I leave, sir?
Yeah.